So last week I uploaded a music video for a song that I made called All Dressed Up, right? This isn't that. This is a video about the process of how I made it with a little bit of face paint and a little bit of creativity, right? So buckle in, chaps, and let the video commence. Oh, I butchered that.
I got all dressed up for you. I got all messed up.
In case you're new here, first of all, welcome. Second of all, I recently released a song called All Dressed Up, right, under the fictional band name of Glinter, and this is what the cover art for the single looked like. I made it in about 30 seconds. I just dressed up a coat hanger, hung it up, cut out a paper face, stuck it on there, took a picture and called it a day. But I think it does kind of do a good job of giving the song a strong visual brand almost, you know? Because I feel like it's quite a recognizable image. So when it came to making the music video, right, I just knew instantly, I knew it was obvious that this character had to be the focus of the video as well, since it's like the visual identity, right, of the song. I feel like I'm throwing around like random visual identity, ooh, you know, but like it is the visual identity of the song, and it's really cool to have a video that kind of personifies that. I sound so wanky. This is what film studies does to you. So the most defining feature of this character, who by the way is called Glinty Glen, is his pale white face and zigzagged features, right? To recreate this look, I bought some black and white face paint off Amazon and just kind of began painting away. Doing the white was easy because it kind of just went all over, but doing the black features was the tricky part, as I had absolutely zero experience with anything makeup or face paint related. The only other time I had my face painted was just over a year ago when I dressed up as some sort of zombie James Bond figure, I think. But even then, someone else did it for me, so I really was in completely unknown territory here.
Hello, this is the finished look. I messed up a little bit on the lips because I thought I didn't want to do the lips, and then I did the lines over it, and I thought it'd look cooler if the lips were white with the lines going over it, right? So basically I went white over the black, which made it like grey, so that's why my lips are kind of grey instead of white, but you probably won't see that on camera anyway. But yeah, I don't know, I did the best I could. So yeah.
With my face paint looking fairly decent and my camera and props all packed up, I headed out to town to go meet my friend Sam, who was going to be the cameraman for the day. He's a sound guy. Well, actually, he's a cameraman. The first and primary location we shot at was the top level of this multi-storey car park in the city centre. I just thought it'd be really nice to get some shots with the views of the city behind me, and we got really lucky, to be fair, because there wasn't a single car on the top level, so we could kind of just like do what we wanted. There was actually a block of flats overlooking the car park, right, and it was quite funny because we saw a couple kids just watching us from the window, and they seemed to quite enjoy watching me running around with my guitar. After we got everything we needed from the car park, we headed down into the actual city, which was, you know, a real test of my confidence. And it was funny. I genuinely found it so amusing to see all the different reactions that people had. No one really said anything to me directly, apart from one time when Sam went to the loo in this pub and I was left on the street on my own outside waiting for him, and a group of maybe like 4 or 5 13-year-old roadmen walked by, and one of them called me a fat, right? And what can you do? I kind of expected it. So all I did was just kind of pull out a machete and start chasing them. No, I'm joking. That's a joke. I just kind of ignored it because what can you do? You just smile and wave, you know? Some people just don't understand my creative vision, and that's okay. Not everyone has to understand, but just don't call me a f***. It's not hard. While filming some shots on a more secluded street, Sam and I ran into St. Mary's Church, and he managed to capture some really great shots there, which contribute massively to the whole 90s feel of the video. I also think it's this gothic shot in front of the church, and, you know, with a face paint as well, that gives this video, and by extension the song itself, a slightly kind of unsettling feeling. It's something that I like to call the Every Breath You Take effect, right? You know that song by The Police, Every Breath You Take? It seems like a romantic song and whatever, and then you read into the lyrics and then you realize it's just basically about stalking someone. I feel like my song has a very similar kind of energy about it, a similar kind of vibe.
And I'm running again for you. Is this just a game that we're gonna play?
I would try and defend myself and say it wasn't supposed to come out sounding so sinister, but that actually might make it sound worse if it came out unconsciously. Like, okay, if Sting was stalking you, then fair play. You know what I mean? Fair play. But if this guy was following you around, You know, I'd be genuinely worried. But anyway.
I'm done. It is so cold outside, like it's ridiculously cold, even with a jacket on and everything. I've never gotten so many weird looks from people walking through the street. You know, I've walked through the street with like blue wigs on before, but this is like next level shit, you know? I keep on outdoing myself. The things I do to just promote my music is just crazy. I've got pretty much every shot that I wanted to get, and I'll work around with things that I didn't manage to get. But yeah, pretty cool stuff.
When I got home, since my face paint was still fairly intact, I decided to film a couple extra bits for the video using my dad's projector just to add a bit of variety and a bit of extra kind of splashes of colour. All I did was this, right? I just balanced the projector on some chairs and secured it with duct tape and aimed it at a blank wall in my bedroom, which I then stood in front of as videos of old like 70s and 80s stock footage was projected onto my face. And it was really simple to do, but it really did just add that extra bit of variation, that extra bit of, you know, a splash of colour to the video. And it's just very aesthetically pleasing, in my own personal opinion. I just love it. So that's kind of like it, right? That's how the music video was created, with just a little bit of face paint, a projector, some knowledge of the city I live in, and a really strong visual starting point.
If there's any lesson that we've learnt today, I haven't figured it out yet, but I'm guessing it's something like, don't be afraid to just do weird shit, you know, if it benefits something artistic, you know. Thank you for watching. See you next time.
Hi, me again. Thank you so much for watching this video and supporting the music I make, and for all your lovely comments. I always read every single one, so thank you for that. This song, All Dressed Up, is actually out now. It's available to listen on all streaming platforms. So, you know, you could check it out, or you could actually watch the music video I've been talking about this whole time. Either way, I'd appreciate it loads. Thank you, and have a lovely day.